Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Back to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Now Wilson. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Austin Safarian-Jenkins. 65 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Though he's seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
55, right there in the middle, 55.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
This will be taken at the 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Know your job. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54.
A draw play for Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I've got to give him some credit there. He tried to sell the out route, tried to sell it hard. And as a receiver, what you're really trying to do is maneuver a defender inside to give yourself a little more cushion breaking to the out. But how about the defender reading it really well, not buying the fake or the maneuver inside, and getting to the sideline and helping break up the pass?
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down.
Mike 55. Check 55. One left. Check 55.
On 1st down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Here we go. Here we go. Where's the mic?
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Here we go again.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
He's coming. Double up.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Seahawks, nothing.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Mike 55. They're going to need some therapy after this. Hey.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's good for another Seahawks.
Throwing again here, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Watch the out, watch the out. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Woo-hoo.
Bravo.
Looking to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Have a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 49 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 35 on 2nd down. Wilson, that's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 56-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns, but of course there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season, and boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd and very short, Wilson escaping the pressure right. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Looking for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled. And while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
Check. 4 down, 4 down. Check. 55 to Mike.
On third down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
You got it. You got it.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Myers winds up yanking it. This is no good. Wide to the left, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, zero.
Quarterback, don't get nervous.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Watch twist.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Geno Atkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
90 Wolf.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check.
At the 43-yard line.
Protein spill. Back.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Ready, set.
I got one. We got tight left. Four down.
Now.
On 2nd down, Mixon. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's go. Do it.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson flushed to his right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Now Wilson, flushed out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 35 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A gain of 6.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And an alley to run. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
55, right there in the middle.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Mixon with it. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd down now, Mixon. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready? 8, read. Check, check. Walk 54. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Ready, ready. 10 logo. Hit it.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.